So yesterday, Bitcoin took a tumble, breaking its support levels of $43,000, resulting in an overall crypto market crash. In this video, we're going to be talking about why the market crashed, what you should be doing as an investor, how you can prepare now, some of the moves that I'm making, and why the crypto market crash could be a good opportunity as well. Now, before we hop into the computer, if you guys do appreciate these type of updates and the content that we're putting out, do me a favor and drop a like down below. I know it's hard dropping a like on a video talking about a market crash because you might think it's about the market crashing and you like the market crash, but that is not the case. It just supports the channel, and I appreciate when you guys do that. With all that being said, let's go over what's going on in the market. So first of all, the global crypto market cap is sitting right above $2 trillion. Before, when we did see some major liquidations, we did see the global crypto market cap going under the $2 trillion mark. During the time of filming this video, Bitcoin has slipped under $43,000 once again. Ethereum is currently at $3,400 or very close to it on CoinMarketCap, while we have other altcoins in the market that seem to be holding steady since we actually got that dip in the market occurrence happening since last night. With that being said, we do still have some altcoins that are decoupling at the moment, and that is going to result in seeing Decentraland having a 15% pump on the second day while Bitcoin is still currently down. We have Harmony One still up 34% in the last 7 days, or up 7.32%, and you'll notice there are still a number of other cryptos that have actually gone up in price today. Now, if you are wondering why a crypto like Decentraland is actually going up 15% on a day when the market is pretty red, that is because Samsung went ahead and entered the metaverse, starting their collaboration with Decentraland. In this article, they state the company is set to open a virtual version of its flagship 837 physical store in the digital world, which is originally located in New York City. A Samsung spokesperson also went ahead and said this is one of the largest brand land takeovers in the history of Decentraland. Now, it is absolutely amazing just being able to see the amount of volume going into Decentraland during the time of filming this video and just noticing the price increase change as well. As an investor, if you do miss any pumps like this, I like to look the other direction because there are always other cryptocurrencies that could line up to do a similar thing. I know the Sandbox is also a very, very similar cryptocurrency that was pumping just as hard as Decentraland was. Although there may be no unique stories at the moment for Sand, I do hope for the best and want to cross my fingers that we're going to see some other major companies partnering up with some of the top crypto gaming and metaverse projects, and I do see Sand being still viable on that list. A great buying opportunity opened up for this crypto here when it was going under $5, sitting at $4.76. And if we look at the growth of the last 3 months, you'll notice that it hit even higher peaks earlier when we were getting that metaverse craze, where Sandbox still had hit $8.40 previously. Now, before we go into the topic of some of the moves that you should be making, because we're kind of stepping in that direction, I wanted to talk about why crypto first went down. Why did Bitcoin go down? Did someone say anything? Did someone pull out a tweet? Well, someone did say something, and that is going to be the Feds. So the Wall Street Journal came out with this article right here saying Fed minutes point to possible rate increase in March. Officials also are considering an earlier timetable for shrinking their $8.76 trillion bond portfolio. If you guys have been watching my crypto news updates, especially the one that I released on Monday, one of the factors that I said is going to play a pivotal role in what happens to the crypto market is going to be what the central bank decides. And obviously, even with just release like this, where we haven't gotten full publication on when tapering may occur, we are now still seeing an over-exaggerated reaction happening in the market. So just in case you don't understand fully what tapering is, here's what you need to know. So tapering refers to policies that modify traditional central bank activities. Tapering efforts are primarily aimed at interest rates and at controlling investor perceptions of the future direction of interest rates. Tapering efforts may include changing the discount rate or reserve requirements. Tapering may also involve the slowing of asset purchases, which is actually what we're going to start experiencing now, which theoretically leads to the reversal of QE, or quantitative easing, also known as helicopter money, or any type of stimulus that we've experienced over the past 2 years since the start of this pandemic. They continue to say policies implemented by a central bank. Tapering is instituted after QE policies have accomplished the desired effect of stimulating and stabilizing the economy. So if you guys have been paying attention to what we saw in the stock market, where all the prices of many different companies were going up in terms of their stocks, and we saw how much growth was going into the housing market, how many houses are getting sold out, the availability of that. It seems like since the start of this pandemic, a lot of the efforts that the Feds made in dropping additional money into the economy started to play out. Now, although on the bright side, a lot of us experienced, getting additional stimulus checks, restaurants were saved, we saw PPP, we saw further business loans getting executed. We were able to get free additional resources from the government and help that I would say we really did need at the time. But now that things seem to be simmering down in terms of economic relief and efforts, this is now going to play a pivotal role on what the US economy is going to do moving forward into the future. So one of the first things that the Feds want to do is to go ahead and end the bond buying program, which is a form of economic stimulus as well. Scrolling down, if you don't understand how that works, here's what you need to know. The bond buying program stimulates the economy by holding down long-term interest rates, encouraging consumers and businesses to borrow and spend. In theory, doing so should also spur financial markets by driving investors into stocks, corporate bonds, and other assets, which include the crypto market. Pay attention here because this is definitely going to be an important part of the video that you want to understand. They state once the Feds stop buying assets, it could keep the holdings steady by reinvesting the proceeds of maturing securities into new ones, which should have an economically neutral effect. Alternatively, the Fed could allow its holdings to shrink by allowing bonds to mature or run off, which would be a form of policy tightening. So just to make this a little bit easier to understand, because we saw all around the board of interest rates going down across traditional investments like bonds, like those securities, it really discouraged a lot of people to consider those investments as being viable, especially knowing the current inflation rates happening in the world right now. A lot of that makes people turn over into those alternative assets, including what's going on in the crypto markets. Now, many people are afraid that if the Feds go ahead and do increase those inflation rates, we could see a mass correction happening in the market. Now, the good news is nothing has been set in stone at this moment. We just have talks that they are thinking about raising inflation, and this is happening a lot sooner than expected. But at the current moment, what we were experiencing in the market was this. First of all, if we take a look at Bitcoin's moving averages, as you guys know, and how I have mentioned in my last few videos, it has been under the point of what we need. So we're taking a look at the 20-day. We're still $5,000 off of what Bitcoin is currently at the moment. It is never healthy for an asset to stay below the 20-day moving average and not be able to break out of that territory. As you guys know, many people who invest into crypto will use leverage. They'll use money that they don't have, especially when they're trying to aim for those higher risk, higher reward trades. This article on CoinDesk notes to us that on Wednesday, we went ahead and saw over $800 million in crypto liquidations, over 87% of losses, which arose from long positions. Taking a look at our resources, we can see that even in the last 24 hours since filming this video, we still have $252 million of crypto getting liquidated. Out of all those, we can actually take a look at which liquidations are happening between what assets. Let's bump this up to the last day, and then we can also go ahead and see what exchanges are liquidating the most as well. So taking a look, Binance is on here with 76 million liquidation, OKX. We have FTX, Bybit, Durabit, Huboy, BitMEX. I mean, a lot of them across the board. You can definitely see that a lot of that is adding up at the moment, with Binance still leading the charge. Out of all the liquidations, it looks like Ethereum was actually hit pretty significantly too in comparison to many of the other altcoins listed on the market. So taking a look at Ethereum, in comparison to Bitcoin, Ethereum is down in the last 24 hours, just a few more percentage points. Seeing another $3,300 Ethereum, I personally think is a steal. I think there's enough liquidity within Ethereum's protocols, especially all the NFTs that exist in the market, where this crypto right here, Ethereum, just as simple as this, if you're able to find the bottoms, which I think is close to $3,000, $3,000 to $3,300 in a normal market, that's opportunity right there. And then seeing that bounce up, going to $3,800 or even $4,000 if the market turns a bit more bullish. You don't have to be a genius in the crypto market. A lot of whole numbers actually work out as well. Things are rather simple, but you just want to do one thing, and that is to keep your emotions in check. Taking a look at the crypto fear and greed index to get an overall state of what the market sentiment is looking like, we're going to be seeing a lot of fear. You're going to be seeing extreme fear from your neighbors, your family members, from the news, from people in the communities, but you have to keep your head on straight. This is not the first time that we've seen the market take a dip. This is not going to be the last time we take the market dip, but there's still so much amazing news that is happening every single day, regardless of whatever exaggerations and liquidations we get in the market. I do imagine a future where one day if we get the Feds stating that they may do something in the future or something may happen quicker than anticipated, we're not going to get this type of volatility in the market. This is good because it opens up that opportunity for you as an investor to get in on some deals that you may not have been able to enter over the past few weeks. Last time we've seen Ethereum go under $3,300 was a little while ago. This was back in the start of Q4, going into September to October. So you're saving pretty much 2-3 months of what other investors may have been investing into during that time. And that is why I say when the markets get fearful, this is when you should consider averaging in. This is when you should consider buying. If the market takes an additional dip, that's why you always have a little bit more extra ammo sitting on the side so you can average those up when we get out of these holes, which normally we've seen happen many different times. Had the market go up $4,000, we saw the big tumble experience in the summer. We've seen much worse than this, guys. By the way, we've seen much worse than this, and this was huge buying opportunities for many investors. Ethereum went back up $4,000, took another dip, had another buying opportunity, went back up. So it's not all about just holding on to your investment. Sometimes there are swing trades that allow you to get in on those investments. Now, seeing dips like this, I know can deter a lot of people. It can be scary. Some people may say, I just don't like that. I like the SPY index of stocks instead. I want to chill in that area. But for other people who are chasing these opportunities, this is something very juicy. This is something that a lot of people are going to like because it's going to give you an opportunity to make those easy swing trades in the game. Now, regardless of some of the news that we saw in the market, did want to share one interesting piece that I found today, and that is going to be the Airbnb CEO is considering adding crypto payments in 2022. The reason why I like statements like this is only because we've seen the effects of what Tesla was supposedly going to do with Elon Musk stating that they were going to accept Bitcoin as well before they revoked that earlier last year, and then we saw the market taking a tumble. This is going to give us an idea of just how many other companies are going to consider integrating crypto payments. In the start of 2022, even with what we just saw, as an example with Samsung, we cannot ignore the amount of potential we're going to see with companies that are going to try their best to integrate within the Web3 world. Furthermore, I do want to focus on what you should be doing, some of the mindsets that you should have as an investor. And let me tell you this, it's okay to get scared. It's okay to feel sad or to think that you should have sold your investment earlier on or maybe 2 days ago before the market took a tumble. But if you don't sell or realize your losses or maybe your reduced gains, you haven't lost out on any money. Unless you desperately need your money, first of all, which you should not be investing anyways, unless you need it short term, a lot of these dips I just see as buying opportunities, adding to the bag of gains that I've been building over the past few years. And this is still going to be another chance for you to consider always reallocating your portfolio or making another learning lesson. Hey, if I'm this profitable, maybe I should start taking profits off the table. Now, as an investor, here's what my exact strategy is going to look like. First of all, I did make a trade late last night, which I made an alert to within our inner circle members for the Patreon and Discord. If you guys want to be a part of that amazing community that we built up, don't forget to check out the link down below. Here, just like, I'm not gonna tell you what crypto it was, but I'll share with you guys just what I'm thinking in the market right now. Whenever Bitcoin takes a 3 to 6% dump, we're often gonna see altcoins doubling that. So that is what you call arbitrage. That's going to be a difference in price between two assets, and that's where you can leverage that opportunity as well. So obviously, even since last night, we have other cryptos that are in the green that have already found the bottom. Let's take Polygon as an example, going to the 1 day. So it had that dip. Let's go into the 7 day, had the dip, and it looks like the bottom was near $2, $2.08, $2.11, seeing a quick recovery there. So that's easy money still being made on the table. For me, I'm looking at a lot of the mid-cap cryptocurrencies just because they have that backing, they have that support in case we do end up dropping additional amounts. I think there are some cryptocurrencies that should never go below a certain threshold. I think it's all dependent too on when upgrades or utility factors or partnerships are arranged. If we talk about the easy example, that's going to be Ethereum 2.0, which a lot of people are anticipating for. When this upgrade happens, I can see a lot of layer one solutions and protocols making that adjustment and getting the correct pricing that they deserve in the market. So to wrap this video up, here are some of the big learning lessons. Do not panic sell. Do not let your emotions get the best of you. Invest into the dips. You should be buying when the market is greedy like this. I've been sitting out waiting for an opportunity like this for the last month or two. So that that is something I've been expecting for, and that is when I make the move as an investor. And then I either hodl through or consider reallocating my portfolio once the amount of gains or price targets have been met. A lot of what we're experiencing, especially with the volatility of Bitcoin, is nothing new. A lot of this is really to be expected, but the good news is whatever comes down usually goes back up. And whenever we see the adoption, the innovation like we've been experiencing, I'm still very bullish. I'm so glad that we actually came out of the flat kangaroo channel where we were not doing anything. And now that we're finally breaking out of a zone, either the dips are going to get bought up, the liquidations are going to clear people of over leveraged positions, and we can continue to grow on healthier foundation. Now, thank you all so much again for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy the content, like I said, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Instagram. I'm actually going to be heading off to Canada very soon to compete in a little challenge with some other YouTubers. So it's going to be a pretty cool YouTube collab. It is currently, it was negative 20 degrees yesterday, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do my best to come back with the dub. We're going to be competing for $10,000 alongside about 6 to 8 other YouTubers. In addition to that, if you guys want to check out the links down below in the description, if you're looking to sign up for a crypto credit card or earn additional interest on the amount that you're hodling, don't forget to check out BlockFi listed down below in the description. Now, thank you all so much again for watching this video. Have an amazing day. And until next time, peace out.